Today, we're diving into how artificial intelligence is completely changing one of the most human things we do in business, making a choice. And as you're about to see, this isn't about replacing people. It's about reinventing the very art of the decision itself. So let me ask you something. Do you ever feel just buried by the sheer number of decisions you have to make every single day? The pressure, the volume, the constant need to pick the right path, it can be exhausting. If you feel that way, you are definitely not alone. In fact, check out this number. A recent global survey found that a staggering 85% of business leaders are suffering from something they're calling decision distress. They're second-guessing themselves, feeling this immense weight to get everything right. This isn't just a vague feeling, you guys. It's a real, measurable crisis. And that brings us right to our first section, the decision-making crisis. You see, we live in the age of information, but it turns out that just having more data doesn't automatically mean we make better choices. Actually, sometimes it has the exact opposite effect. This really breaks down the problem. Leaders are saying the number of decisions they face every day has exploded. We're talking it's grown tenfold in just 3 years. Think about that for a second. So it's no surprise that 72% of them admit this flood of data leads to straight-up paralysis. The pressure is so real that 70% say, you know what? They'd gladly hand off decisions to an AI just to get some breathing room. And this is exactly where AI comes into the picture. But let's be clear, we are not talking about some robot overlord calling all the shots. A much better way to think of it is as your new co-pilot, helping you move from relying only on gut feel to making choices that are backed by powerful, solid evidence. And you can really see the shift right here. On one hand, you have traditional decisions. They're based on experience, which is valuable, sure, but also limited by our own biases and what our brains can actually handle. But with an AI-augmented approach, it's totally different. It's objective, it's consistent, and it's analyzing data in real time, surfacing hidden patterns that a human mind could literally never spot. So AI isn't just faster, it actually inspires better choices by showing us things we would have missed. So how does this co-pilot actually work its magic? Well, it's a pretty simple but incredibly powerful 3-step process. First, it analyzes just mind-boggling amounts of data. Then it's like a detective, identifying all these hidden patterns and connections we'd never see. And finally, based on all that evidence, it recommends the best actions to take, cutting through the noise and giving us a clear path forward. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but where is this stuff actually happening right now? Let's take a look at 3 areas where AI is already a total game changer for decision-making. First up is human resources. The biggest area of adoption by far is talent acquisition at 64%. Just imagine an AI co-pilot that can scan thousands of resumes in minutes to find the absolute best candidates, focusing only on skills and experience without any of the usual human biases. It's also being used to predict which employees might be at risk of leaving, which means managers can step in and help before it's too late. Next, let's talk about cybersecurity. In this field, a decision that takes minutes is already too slow. While a human team could take hours to spot and respond to a security breach, an AI can monitor billions of data points, identify a brand new threat, and shut it down all in a matter of seconds. It's not about replacing the security team, it's about giving them superhuman speed. And finally, we've got high-level strategy. This isn't just about the day-to-day stuff anymore. This prediction from Gartner really puts it all into perspective. By 2027, half of all business decisions will be touched by AI in some way. That means AI is becoming a co-strategist, running thousands of market simulations overnight to give leaders a whole range of smart options they never would have even thought of on their own. Now, of course, this isn't some perfect, seamless transition. Bringing in AI comes with some very real challenges, and it's absolutely critical that we talk about the guardrails we need to put in place. This isn't about stopping progress, it's about making sure we manage it responsibly. Here are the big 4 hurdles. First, AI learns from the data we give it. So if our historical data is biased, guess what? The AI is going to learn that bias. Then there's the black box problem, where the AI gives you an answer, but you have no idea how it got there. We also have to be careful not to become too reliant on the tech. And of course, we have to make sure all this data is kept secure and private. The good news is, organizations are taking this really seriously. Get this, by 2025, an estimated 80% will have their own AI ethics committees. This shows a huge shift toward building frameworks for responsible AI and making sure that a human is always in the loop when it comes to the most critical decisions. So, what does this all mean for the future? Well, we're not heading towards some kind of battle between humans and machines. The future of decision-making is all about collaboration. This brings us to probably the most important idea in this entire explainer: augmented intelligence. This is the sweet spot. It's this powerful synergy where AI does the heavy lifting with data, and that frees up humans to provide what we do best: context, creativity, and ethical judgment. The goal here is to elevate us, to make us better, not to make us obsolete. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like co-authoring a book. The AI is your brilliant, tireless research assistant. It provides all the hard facts, the data, the initial drafts. But you, the human, you provide the story, the nuance, the soul. And the final book is so much better because of that partnership. And so that leaves us with the big question. We know what each side brings to the table. The AI gives us incredible analysis. We humans provide the wisdom. The great challenge for every single one of us moving forward is going to be this: how will you strike that perfect balance?